We knew they would kind of go back to one-on-one, playing in the crowd, some of those things. I just wanted to break some of those habits coming in. And we're very capable, very receptive to our coaching, and they asked to be pushed that direction and have shown great progress this year so far.
Question in the back right.
Jared Weiss, The Athletic. Going back to your experience coaching in the finals, what has been your message to the team about just holding on to your identity and your principles when you hit those crucible moments?
It's just basketball. It's the things that we've done well all season and really improved in the second half of the season in the playoffs. Continue to do those well. It's all the little things that win and lose a series. And, we go down the list, whether it's Brooklyn, Milwaukee, Miami, and now this series, it's all the same things, taking care of the basketball, keeping guys out of transition, good offense, offensive rebound. So the same things continue to come back up. Obviously, Golden State's a team that will make you pay if you have some missteps as far as that. And so for us, try to simplify it, keep it simple with our guys, and just get back to the basics, playing defense at a high level, sharing the ball offensively. And none of that changes because we're in the finals now.
Question on the left.
Hey, Coach. Cameron Buford here, Voice of the Fans. You touched on it just a moment ago when you talked about coaching Tatum and Brown at the Team USA. You also had Smart on that squad. Will you touch on the growth and the development of Smart and how he's turned into a NBA Finals point guard? And then, is this what you expected from the squad when you took the job?
Well, with Marcus, his situation is different. I think just putting him in the starting lineup and kind of giving him what he's asked for over the years has benefited him confidence-wise. And, he's a pass-first guy that I think complements Jason and Jalen well. He's always been coming off the bench behind scoring point guards, whether it's Kemba, Kyrie, Isaiah Thomas, Terry Rozier, and kind of had to take the back seat. But what works well with our team is a guy that can initiate offense, knows the guys well, and kind of pick his spots offensively, not looking to score first. So that's benefited our team. But also it's what he asked for, and then he sets the tone defensively. So he's everything we've asked this year from the toughness standpoint, leadership standpoint. I think he really benefits our guys and pushes them as well. So it's like having another coach on the floor, and he's kind of flourished with that opportunity. Second question, I'm sorry.
When you took over the role as the head coach?
We saw the talent. That was the first thing. Obviously, you're excited to get to work with two young pillars of our organization with Jason and Jalen. You understand where they can grow and the areas they can kind of take our team to if they have success in those areas. And so with them, it was always some natural talent and some things that I felt like, I don't want to say bad habits, but they had success being score-first guys, all-stars, max players, Olympians. And so you try to take those strengths but also add to them. And we understood what they had within them, the skill set they have, and how guys rely on them. And so they've taken that leadership role and the responsibility in step this year. And I think you look at that talent, first of all, and if you get them to buy in defensively, push them the right way, you can reach these goals. And so for us, it was basically getting to push them that way. They asked for it, and they've been great as far as that and receptive to all our hard coaching.
Question on the right.
Mark Murphy, Boston Herald. Ime, Marcus has talked about all the stuff going on with his right leg. How much did the last 3 days benefit him in terms of just healing up?
Yeah, I think some of the swelling has gone down in the ankle. He took some knees to the thighs as well, so that time off is going to benefit him. But Marcus is a guy that's going to play through a lot of pain. It's just a matter of limited movement that he had in the game. He had to sit out, but once the swelling went down, the pain went down, he was able to play. And obviously him being off the list in general has showed his progress, and he's ready to go.
Connor on the left.
Connor Letourneau, San Francisco Chronicle. What has Aaron Miles brought your staff this season, and has he been helpful at all preparing for the Warriors, obviously being very familiar with them?
Yeah, he's obviously very well respected around the league for his player development. He worked with a lot of guys here in Golden State, and he's done that with Jason as well. He's basically had his hands on Jason all year. And so for us, I think we involve all our staff with the players. Ton of input from everybody. I like to hear the different ideas from everybody, and he's brought that as well as the other staff. But I'd say there is a huge benefit from that. I did it in the first round, being with Brooklyn last year, Ben Sullivan with Milwaukee, and then just being around Spo with USA Basketball as well. I think we also had some familiarity there. So Aaron goes right along with that, being that he was with this organization for a few years. And so this is one of his scouts. We lean on him for some of the insight and traits of their guys. And I think it's benefited all of us going forward. I know it did with me in the Brooklyn series, coaching with Nash last year. And so we lean on him as well. But I've coached against Golden State quite a few years in the Western Conference, so I have some familiarity there as well. Yeah.
Last couple of questions. We'll go with Tim on the right.
Tim Reynolds with the Associated Press. We've asked you a lot about Rob in the last series, in the last couple of days, but as he's tried to get right, you guys have been in the air an awful lot too. Has flying been? Has that been a problem as far as because when you fly, things swell, and when you're trying to get swelling out, have you noticed that when you guys have these long flights, it kind of sets them back even a little bit?
I wouldn't say so. I mean, obviously Miami to Boston, it is what it is. This long cross-country trip, he's felt better just from the days of rest, so probably hasn't impacted him as much as the rest has helped. But in general, they're doing treatment on the plane, treatment around the clock. Obviously, you got game readies and ice and stuff you can do on the plane to keep swelling down and compression sleeves and all that. So technology has helped him more so than anything.
Final question to Janie.
Hi, Janie McCauley from Associated Press. Steve just said that Gary Payton and Porter and Iguodala are all available tonight. What has impressed you from afar on what Gary Payton has done defensively and just as a journeyman who has found a spot here? And what does it do to have him back for them and for you guys offensively to have to face that?
Yeah, he's obviously one of their best defenders, carved a nice niche out and has, grinded his way into a successful career so far, and still a ways to go. But, you got to respect the guy that does that. I watched him quite a bit at Oregon State, being from Portland myself, and so saw what he did in college. He's a high-level defender, and he's improved in other areas offensively. But, it's kind of my career path as a player, and so you respect that side of it, a guy who grinded it out. Sets the tone for them defensively, a lot of ways that Marcus does for us, and just complements the guys well. They got scoring guys, scoring threats, but he's out there for specifically one thing, and to make it hard on other guys, and a guy you have to account for.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.